What is up guys, my name is MipZ and welcome back for yet another League of Legends video. So today we're playing Misfortune. This is a pretty exciting champion. It's not particularly one of the ones that I personally play a lot, but I think it is a great ADC to play. Honestly, she's, especially in my opinion, very good for anyone who's really new and want to get into the ADC role, because this one really allows you to learn the basics of playing ADC. And that's kind of what she's all about. Like, this champion is a team fighter and a really great one. So what she can do is, like, literally she can, if they miss position, you can literally kill the whole team with your ult. It's really fun, not gonna lie. It is really fun. She's also decent or pretty good for anyone at higher elos, but it is definitely a champ that I mostly recommend for someone wanting to learn overall how to play ADC. Because yeah, she's a great team fighter and she allows you to kind of carry, especially at lower elos where people don't really save a CC for you to interrupt your ult, or ouch, or use whoop, let's get this. Where they don't really use any CC or don't save any CC for interrupting your ult, or have any mobility, or don't line up as easily. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, if people line up easily and you can hit everybody with your ult, then this, like, honestly, Misfortune can kill just about any team completely, just from her massive damage. So yeah, this one I really wouldn't recommend recommending it for a brand new player. So if I had a friend that just started out, then this is not a bad place to start as an ADC. So let's talk a little bit about how her abilities work just after this gank. Let's see if I can get up there. He is gonna get the kill. Alright, we should be able to get both of them. Try not to get hit too much, and there we go. Nice. That was a good gank. That's fine. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about her ability. So her first ability is called Love Tap, and what this thing does is pretty cool, because it allows, it makes it a lot easier to farm on her. And the reason for this is that every time Misfortune hits a new target with her basic attack, she gives extra bonus damage to that target. This is also one of the reasons why something like Rapid Firecanon is really fun on her, because it really does a insanely massive amount of damage, because you can hit them at a long range and you deal extra bonus damage. So every time you hit a new target, you are going to deal extra damage, and it's something you do want to keep in mind, but it is only on your basic attacks. And that's basically what your passive does. It's pretty simple, and that's overall this champion. She's not that what do you say, complicated. She's really a simple but very good champion that allows you really to learn the role of an ADC while still pretty much hard carrying from time to time, which is fun. So that's basically that spell. There's no more depth to it. Next up, we have our Q. This is the ability that most people are probably going to use the longest time trying to master. This one is called Double Up, and what this thing does is that it fires off one of these, I guess, is it kind of a cannonball? What did they call it? They actually just call it a shot. I don't know what you call it. Yeah, I guess it's, of course it's not a cannonball. She has like an old-fashioned pistol, I think that's what it is. But yeah, as she fires this one off, it bounces to a second target. So basically it looks like this: hit one target and bounces to the next one. First of all, this one can critical hit, which is really nice if it kills a target. So if it kills a minion here and it jumps to the next target, then it will always critical hit, and it'll deal 200% critical damage, meaning that you're gonna deal a lot of damage with this thing. So during laning phase, you really want to try to use this one on your enemies. You really want to try and use it by first hitting one of the minions. So look for a minion on the back line or fire someone down. See if we can do it here. Fire some of these down, such that if he runs close, you can bounce it and you can see you can deal a ton of damage. So that's how you want to use this Q. You want to try and kill a minion with it such that it bounces to the enemy champion. That way you're really gonna deal optimal damage, and as we get further into the game, you're literally gonna basically like you're literally gonna take like 50% of their HP doing so. It's really fun. It is really fun. All right, let's. Okay, Sona took a lot of damage there. And that's basically what this thing does. It's really simple, but there's a bit of depth to it. We need to be a little careful here. Let's see. I think we can do a lot here. Need to not step in that trap. I'm gonna play a little careful here. Just give it a moment. Alright, our next spell is called Love Strut. I think that's how you pronounce it, isn't it? Give me a second, I'll check, because I'm terrible with names. This is not a champion that I've played, like, it's a champion that I try out every once in a while, but there's a pretty far in between. Just because she's not really my style, but she's really cool. And actually, she's really fun once you play her. So let's just see. I thought it was called Love Strut. It's actually only called Strut. Strut, I think that's how you pronounce it, right? But yeah, what this thing can do is, honestly, it gives you some movement speed when you click it, which is super cool. And also, or it gives you movement speed when you haven't taken damage. I'm sorry, that's what I mean. It gives you some movement speed when you haven't taken damage for a while. And that means you move faster. You can basically see it by this animation of, with my skin here, it's but like these hearts that's following her, which is nice. The thing is, as you take damage, then this movement speed, disappears. You're not gonna move faster, but you can click it, and if you activate this spell, it is gonna give you the movement speed for a moment, and it's also gonna give you some attack speed. And this is mostly what you're gonna be using it for. Something you do want to pop pretty early in the fights, because it is really strong. So it's something that you use either to chase people down with, or to or to just go all in. And we need to try and look for a good moment to Q, such that we hit them. But right now they're taking like a lot of distance to the minions. I feel like they kind of got the hint before that it is pretty painful to get hit by that one. But our next ability, because that's actually all that Strut does, it's also a very simple spell. Our next ability is called Make It Rain, and Make It Rain is a pretty iconic spell for Misfortune, and also a spell that is really fun. What this thing does is that it allows bullets, or it looks kind of like, I guess, a Gangplank, but in a much smaller scale. But what it does is that as you hit it, it like rains down with these bullets, and these bullets does a bit of damage. They scale pretty well with ability power as far as I know, but it's not something that we're really going to be using. So it's not because the damage from this one is going to be insane. What you're mostly going to be using it for is the fact that it slows, and the slow here is really significant and something that you really want to... Oh, I can catch that. Thank you. I need to get away from my teammate such that he doesn't die. Ooh, that was painful. I still have my ult here, so this could potentially still be a fight. I feel like I played the support there. But that's basically all your E does, and what you're gonna use it for is just this slow. And it's really good. It's gonna allow you to, like, if you pop this early, imagine that you're fighting up here in the jungle, and they're standing like there and you're here, I guess. Then pop this before you're ulting, because it is gonna allow you to have more time before they're gonna be able to stop your ult. But ideally, you always want to stay behind your team with Misfortune. You never want to stay in front, like never, ever, never. But yeah, that's basically her E. Super simple. There's not that much to it. I need to be a little careful. Oh, this is painful. We do have our ult, but we do need to be careful. All right, so our next ability and our very last one is the coolest one. This is why you play Misfortune, like the sole reason why, and it's great. it is a great ability. It is so fun. It honestly is. It honestly is a lot of fun to play this one. So yeah, what this ult does, called bullet time, is that it allows you to take your guns and go full matrix. You're literally just gonna spray with your pistols in a huge radius outwards. Like, this is insane. Like, look at this range, and you're gonna shoot, I think it's 16 waves. Don't hang me up on that one, but it's a lot of waves of bullets, each one dealing a lot of damage. And if you fire this up, wow, really, did I attack that one? Each one doing insane amounts of damage. If you do this on 5 people, like if you hit the whole freaking team with it, it is very likely that you're gonna get a pentakill. And pentakills are fun, and that's why you play Misfortune. So this is a really, really fun ability to use, and a good reason to play her. So this is also the reason why you always want to stick behind your team. You want to make sure that they don't get to just pick you out, because you are squishy. You don't have a lot of mobility. You don't have a lot of stuff, except you have an ult that can smash people really hard in the face with a pan. No, but I'm serious. This ability hurts so much. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about. I failed. Need to get away from him. But let's talk a little bit about how to actually chain all of this together. So in general, what you want to do when playing Misfortune, laning phase is pretty simple. You want to just try and play like careful. Try and damage down some minions such that you can bounce off your Q on them and hit your enemies with your Q, especially from killing. From killing minions, such that you get the 200% increased. Oh, nice slash. We are standing right on top of each other. Such that you get the 200% critical. Ooh, I can catch this. No, yes, maybe. That was terrible. But that's something you really, really, really do want to do, because it is really strong. Also, a good thing to know is that you can pop your E, and that will actually make people that are invisible to you visible. It's very nice, so that's a good way of checking bushes. Make sure you don't really just run in and die. But yeah, it's a nice, really nice trick. So laning phase, you kind of just want to wait. You want to poke with your Q if you can, and if you can, just make sure you get your farm. Play somewhat defensively, wait for the team phase then, mid to late game. And in mid to late game, what you want to do is you still just want to hang out around your team. Make sure that you get your... Ouch. Just make sure that you stay behind your team. As the team fights start, you want to maximize your damage. So you first of all need to think about, okay, when does it make sense to pop my ult? It's not always that it's ideal to just pop it straight away. Like, it is a great spell, don't get me wrong, it really, really is. But you need to think about, is this the time where I'm gonna do most damage? Because if it's not, if you're only gonna hit one target with it, it might not be worth it. Of course, it kind of comes down to which target it is, but you want to try and hit as many people with this thing as humanly possible. That is your purpose, your sole purpose as Misfortune. And sometimes you are gonna have to hang on to it for a second, but don't hang on to it for a moment that's never gonna happen. So what I mean with this is, ooh, this could actually be good. Maybe not. Maybe not. I take it back. Don't hang onto it so long that you don't ever get to use it. Like, it's better to kill one target than none at all. So really think about how to use it and learn from each scenario. If there's only one target, pretty often you just want to pop your W, maybe pop your E to slow them, give you some more uptime, and use your Q. Your Q does a significant amount of damage, even if you don't kill somebody with it. Don't just hold on to it to kill a target, unless you can see a target is dying. Then, like, if you're in a huge fight and there's standing several people right up next to the guy that you're fighting, then wait till he's a little lower, till you know you can kill him. If you can see that you can wait that long, and then pop your Q to ensure that you do the most damage you possibly can. But otherwise, just with Misfortune, pop your things and just kill them. Let's get it over with. So yeah, she's actually not that, like, she's just a team fighter, and that's what she does. So play around that, and that's what most people that play Misfortune or that struggle with her doesn't really realize. They try to basically solo everybody and run around by themselves, and she is not really a good champion for that. She's a team fighter, but she can carry team fights, and that's why she gets pentakills. So that's what you need to go for. Okay, anyway, let's see if we can get things going here. I feel like this is still pretty doable. We've not been doing too bad. We're just kind of waiting for fights to happen, and that is the thing with her that makes it a little bit difficult for us right now, is the fact that these fights are not really happening, or all our mates are getting picked off one by one, so we're kind of just waiting for things to happen. So I'm trying to get a little bit of farm in while we talk here, but I think we're gonna try and go a bit more into the depth of actually looking at the game here and see what do we want to do as a Misfortune player. So right now, the thing is, I'm not able to go and solo people. That's not what I do. I'm not 10-0. Maybe if I were, then it would be another scenario. Then I probably wouldn't care and I would just kill them. But we want to stick behind our team and we want to wait for a fight as much as we can. Looking at our team, we don't have an insanely good combo. We don't really have any front line, which is really, really sad. But it's something you gotta live with from time to time. So I think I can steal that, almost. If I'd gotten that, my shot would actually have hit their brand as well and dealt a ton of damage. So that would have been good. It was a good try. But right now, I just want to wait. For the objectives and wait for my team to do something, and then we'll fire off our ult and hopefully we'll kill them all, which will be fun. I promise you. So we're still kind of just waiting. Oh, this is not a great position for this at all. This is a good position. This is fine. We can make sure that we back up our team, and that the two others were unable to go in and help. Like, that's also something you can do with Misfortune's ult, is think about if you are getting outnumbered, then using your ult will, if you're in a safe position, zone people off. And that's what I decided to do here. Kha'Zix were out of position, and these two were about to come in and help, and we would have lost that fight, probably died 2 or 3 people in our team. But using my ult, it zoned them off and been like, okay, we cannot go in. There's none of us able to reach this Misfortune and ensure that she's her ult is stopped. So it's also a nice way, and the cooldown for me is not too long on my ult, so it's okay. I think, how long is it at this point? We are 96 seconds, so that's 1.5 minutes. It's not too bad. We'll back off for now, get our Essence Reaver, and we're gonna start building our Infinity Edge, and then we're gonna go into a rapid fire cannon. And once we get that one, things are gonna get fun. Things are gonna get really fun. Alright, so let's get that one, start building our Infinity Edge. There we go, and see if we can get down into lane. And right now, or down to our team. Right now, we are starting to we're gonna start to deal a lot more damage, and 30 seconds till our ult. So right now, I just kind of want to ping for my team that my ult is not up. I am I'm not gonna be able to carry these fights without my ult, so I really do not want the fight till my ult is ready. So I'm just gonna try and tell my team that my ult is not ready, because I feel like this fight, it's gonna be hard for me to kill them, especially since we're at a huge deficit. They basically killed all of our objectives, and we got none. So want to make sure that the fights we take are optimal. And we just gotta kind of maneuver around these traps and wait for a good time to initiate. I might want to go up here to top lane, just look at this, use my W, and this should be a free kill. Nice. So we're just kind of waiting for it. We're getting more and more fed. Want to make sure that I'm not on this side. Whoop. I want to get taunted. I don't see much here, so we're gonna put down a ward. I'm gonna wait for a second. I'm gonna go in here And we should be able to... That was actually a really, really poor ult by me. I should have put it up more to the right. I don't know why I clicked it there. I kind of... I wouldn't say panic clicked it, because that was not it. I just failed. Let's see. If we can do anything about any of this. Kind of cleaning out the minions. But we are slowly getting more and more fed, and as we get our rapid fire cannon, this game is going to change entirely. Like, finishing off our Infinity Edge and rapid fire cannon is going to make an absolutely huge difference. Like, Miss Fortune really power spikes hard as she gets those 2 items as well. Like, we are going to be able to poke people a lot with or... Ooh. Okay, I'm not going to be able to finish people off here. We are just going to be able to keep ourselves in the game, hopefully long enough for us to carry it. I feel like we're going to be able to carry this game, even though our team is really, really struggling. So let's back off. We are going to be able to get our Infinity A or BF Sword, and then not long till we can get the rest of our Infinity Edge and then build into our Rapid Fire Cannon. So right now they're starting to apply pressure to our bot lane, so let's go down there. 20 seconds till ult. I'm really hoping that we can kind of wait for the fight for a moment, just till this is ready. I do not want to get picked off. I am a little afraid of this Ahri, because Ahri is definitely pretty painful. But we are starting to deal a massive amount of damage, so that's really, really good. You can just see that Ahri really focusing on trying to get us down. And I want to try and stay behind my team, but at this point it's pretty hard because my team is really, really scared. But our ult is ready now, so we just got to take it a little careful here. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I feel like a fight now is fine because I do have my ult ready. I just need to not fail it like the last one. The last one was really terrible. Alright, so Udyr is running around in there. So we really want to try and see if we can ace them, or at least take down a couple of them and apply some pressure to one of the lanes. We need to get some objectives down pretty soon. But just for now, holding ourselves in the game is a good start. We haven't lost too many objectives lately. We lost one turret, which is of course not ideal. But right now, our entire team, except us and maybe Kha'Zix, are really, really struggling to hang on. And Kha'Zix is even like... He's 2-2. The rest of our team is literally in a pretty big deficit. So they're going Baron. And I'm unsure whether or not we can get to do anything down here. I'm going to run down with my team because this could end up in a fight that is going to be... Ooh. So I need some help to get in here so I can pop my ult. Yep, alright. No point taking that fight now. Sadly, my team does not understand that. And that was a terrible ult, but I thought they were going to stay a little... I thought they were going to push in on us, to be honest, and that's why I popped it. But they didn't, so now I'm just out my ult. But we did get their Ahri down, which was my target for that one, just because he was kind of trying to zone us off. So I feel like that was... It wasn't good at all, but this is still kind of doable, but only kind of. And I want to make sure that I don't die here. So I'm just trying to... I know I can't save every objective, but I will be able to save this turret and then move down here, and hopefully we'll be able to do something. Ooh, this is scary. With a little bit of luck, we can keep this inhib alive. A lot of luck. 30 seconds till my ult is there. Gonna pop my heal because I think that Akali is about to jump in. Alright, that was a waste. I'm just kind of trying to do everything right now because I know my team is... I'm not gonna say my team is bad, but they're not doing great. So I'm trying to do everything I can, like, early. Like, such that if they do jump in, we have the best circumstances for it. So I'm kind of just trying to predict their movement, and yeah, I might mispredict some things like this Akali. I really thought she was gonna jump in, and she didn't. But that's also fine. I'd rather do something than hold on to something that I'm never gonna be able to do or use. Because right now, most of my team is just struggling to do anything at all. I'm kind of waiting for a good time to pop my ult, because I think we will be able to turn this around still. We are 4-0. We're not doing bad. We have had some fail ults, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't played this perfectly, that's not what I'm saying. And we're gonna be able to... Oh, no. Ah, yeah, that's what I feared. That is what I feared. And I think this might actually be the end of us. It could be. It could be the end of us. Oh! Or is it? Come on, Morty. Mordekaiser, I believe in you. Do something. Do something useful. He's gonna die. He's not able. You can just see the green smoke of Mordekaiser running away. That's actually kind of sad. Also kind of funny. So yeah, our team is not doing a particularly great job. They're actually really struggling to do anything at all. We are gonna be able to kill this guy probably. I think so. Okay, this is gonna be the end of the fight. I will not be able to recap for this at all. Oh well. Like, you can't win them all. I think so. I think you can win them all. This one, I feel like we tried to do whatever we could. We played it a little, maybe a little to defensive side. We did have a couple of like flop ults that weren't great in any way. But I think it kind of like went to show what you need to do with Misfortune. And the thing with her, as this video probably really emphasizes, is if your team doesn't play a bit like a team, then it's really hard to carry with her. And the reason for this is that you need to be able to stay behind someone and pop your ult. You need to be able to line your ult up in a great way. I think I had 1 to 2 chances or opportunities throughout this game to actually cast a really good ult that might be able to kill a couple of people. And I flopped those. Completely my bad. I haven't played this champion for a while, but I feel like it really comes to show like how good Misfortune potentially can be. You can see just play a bit defensively, did a bit here and there. We actually, I wouldn't say we did that bad, but we just didn't really have a team to play around. If you do have it, then Misfortune, you can really hard carry on her and really win fights pretty easily. And as you get more and more fed, and especially as you hit the rapid fire cannon, sadly we didn't get to that point. I would have loved to, but then you're really gonna be able to smash people, especially because you will be able to use your Q, because your Q actually stacks with your attack range, and rapid fire cannon is gonna increase your range, allowing you to throw this at a huge distance, which is fun. So yeah, just like Misfortune is great. It's a great champion, but it's best if you have someone to play around, or if you're pre-made playing with a support, maybe Leona or something else. Leona is great because she can stun several targets, so that way you're really gonna be able to set up some absolutely insane plays and just smash the whole team. It's gonna be really fun. But yeah, I hope this kind of gave you guys an impression of how to play Misfortune, or at least just an insight into the champion, how to counter it. The biggest counter to her is just crowd controls, and that's why you always, when playing her, want to think about what crowd controls the enemies have. Can they get to you or can they not? Use your ult for maximum, like damaging as many people as possible, or maybe even just for zoning somebody off so they can't reach your team. There are several uses for it. This is just a showcase of some of them, but yeah, I hope you guys found this somewhat helpful, and if you did, then make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. It ensures that this video just comes out to as many people as humanly possible. And yeah, if you guys aren't already, then make sure to subscribe down below. It really does help me out a ton. It really shows me that you guys enjoy my content and that you want to see more of it. It's been absolutely mind-blowing to see just how many subscribers we've grown with over the last like month. We've grown with just about 1,000 plus, maybe a lot more. So that's absolutely insane, something I never thought was possible. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. If any of you guys really feel the urge to support my dream of maybe one day doing this part-time or just a lot more than I do now, then make sure to click the join button down below. It's right next to the subscribe. and that's going to allow you to basically yeah, support my channel a little bit. It's of course completely optional. You get a cool icon, get to add me on friend list on League, depending on which membership, etc. But yeah, it's only if it's something you guys really want to support my dream. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. As always, stay awesome, have fun, and take it easy, guys.